So many voices saying what we're to do.
The reason to why I chose All We Need as a title is, I think, the essentials of life, you know, here and now, family, love, friends. It sounds naive, it sounds basic and boring, but it's things that I try to remind to myself. In our society today, modern society, especially in Norway, because we're so rich and there's this endless hunt for more.
I don't care what they say, I don't care what they do, I'm all for you. And despite all mistakes, I know just what it takes, I'm all for you.
More this, more that, better car, bigger house, cabin out on the sea, cabin up in the mountains. It's not going to make you happier. It's going to get you even more distressed too. Like, chill out, focus on the basics. And I'm not trying to teach anyone this. I'm just trying to teach myself and remind myself. So I become more settled and happy with my life as it is. I don't have to have like a huge salary or a big house. At least I have what I have and I appreciate it. And that's it.
What they say, I don't care what they do, I'm all for you. And despite all mistakes, I know just what it takes, I'm all for
you. Is it your full-time work, your daily job, being a musician?
No, not anymore. I had a daughter 10 years ago, so I decided to slow down a little bit. It was just, I remember coming home from a tour, and she looked at me like, not saying anything, but like the looks at it all, like, who are you?
Yeah.
I thought, like, this is not cool, you know. So I decided to slow down a bit. I'm still doing music with the full of my heart, but I want to be present for my daughter.
Are you working in a bar? Are you working in a hotel? Or?
No, I work with an autistic guy, almost like a buddy relationship. Like he's very disabled. Like he still walks, but he doesn't have any language. For 16 years, I kind of like developed a good communication with him, which is good. And it's good to just go there every now and then I get my mind off the music. And when I come back to the music, I feel recharged. I feel like I want to do even more.
What do you learn from being with a guy like that?
How people are different, how people can relate to things differently, and how we relate, how we communicate, how we function. It's a mind opener because all the things that we take for granted, you know, healthy mind, healthy body, independence, standing on your own two legs, being like fully free to do whatever you want. And he loves music, so I use my music differently with him. I play, maybe I play more children's songs, but I also try to play him the instrumental songs, you know, songs that can calm him down a little bit. In the beginning, he's like a bit bored by it, but if I play that song 3, 4, 5 times and he recognizes it, it kind of like soothes him, you know, it gives him peace.
You went down south to go looking for a long lost friend. Been way too long and far too many loose ends.
What's the story of when something's undone?
If you have something unresolved, just try to fix it, because it'll make you feel better. And I guess that song is about that, you know, just putting life and reality into your hands and actually doing something about it instead. Because my father always said, like, yeah, one day we'll do this. And I felt like that stuck with me, you know, like always talking about doing something but never getting it done, and then you die. It's, you can get away with that too, but it's great if you can do it before you die.
Especially sad for the ones who are left behind.
Yeah, especially father and son is a special thing, a special experience, which will stick with you for the rest of your life. And my father, I don't know, isolated himself and Yeah.
Old friends never really part, even when they're miles away. When you take a friend to your heart, a good friend will always stay.
My father was not very present, and he never managed to unite our family like my father's side. So I had little contact with my father's side family. And so when I'm talking about going down south to meet an old friend, it's kind of like a parallel picture of going down to see my cousin, picking up the threads, and loose threads, and do things you thought about for a while, and before it's too late.
Take me back into the embrace of your love. Let me show you what I'm really made of.
I'm 44 years old now, and then the consciousness, it grows on why you're doing music and why you're still doing it, why you still want to put yourself through the pain of doing it, pain of exposing yourself, because it's such a difficult business, You put your heart and your head on the line, and to let others judge you on what you're doing, and because you need to put it out there too if it's going to be official.
I'm speechless, sleepless, reachless, won't let no.
Through the years, I appreciate more the moment of just sitting on my own and going through the process. I released three albums the last 6 years, and they all been good studio productions. But I feel like maybe I've been focusing a little bit too much on not all the songs, but I focus on what's the hit here? Is there a song we can pass on the radio to get Leo? But for my next album, I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm just gonna work more on the essence of the intimacy between the listener and the storyteller.
From the sky.